miss out on.
All right, welcome to the final part of episode 4 of the BigSin podcast, and we're about to embarrass Sinji.
Really?
We're about to just embarrass him. Yeah.
He saved himself for last.
Yeah, let's just get this over with. Let's just get this over with.
So I said you was gonna get this surprise, right? Don't go embarrass me with this.
Embarrass
Call this a
myself.
new light. Alright.
This your first one?
At first I was hesitating and I'm not ashamed. Cause I've already been through a lot, but you feel the same. And we only met due to circumstances. But doors open and somehow we get second chances. They say life has a way working itself out. I'm just trying to take the time to figure you out. It's not like you were complicated, but I was already educated. Learned to not trust so easy, that's an understatement. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the rain, I've been through hell, yeah, I've been through the flames. I've been in a slump, I've been through the pain. At the end of the day, it was all the same. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the rain, I've been through hell, yeah, I've been through the flame. I've been in a slump, I've been through the pain. At the end of the day, it was always the same. So I'm sorry you had to put up a fight. I was hurt before and blaming you wouldn't be right. Just some things I had to work on myself. But you helped me anyways, guess you're good for my help. Sometimes I wonder, am I enough? And sometimes you ask me, how am I tough? Darling, I'm telling you, it's only a front. But you've been a new light, if I'm being blunt. Opportunity knocked and I opened the door. It was kinda surreal, almost fell on the floor. Guess that's what happens when you take your time.
Spoken word poetry.
Now I'm sitting here asking you to be mine.
He didn't know how to rap it yet.
And you over here telling me that's my line. And I'm over here saying you're one of a kind. You say keep it up, you commit a crime. Still my heart and make me fall blind. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the rain, I've been through hell, yeah, I've been through the flames. I've been in a slump, I've been through the pain. And at the end of the day, it was all the same. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the rain, I've been through hell, yeah, I've been through the flames. I've been in a slump, I've been through the pain. And at the end of the day, it was always the same. Now I know you want something serious, and I'm not trying to be delirious. Cause if it's real, then it's real and you got me on deck. And if you fit the bill next to wifey, I'll put a check. I ain't a fool, I won't let this moment go to waste. If you're a full course meal, I won't settle for a taste. I want the appetizer, entree, and the dessert. The good, bad, love, and even the hurt. The up, down, all around roller coaster. The creepy ass clown you got on the poster. The mother-in-law nobody wants. The father-in-law that hates your guts. I'll take it off, that's what you come with. I'll take it off, you're really about it. Said I'll take it off, you ready to go all the way. I'll take it off, you really want to stay. I'll take it off, so take me away. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the rain, I've been through hell, yeah, I've been through the flames. I've been in a slump, I've been through the pain. At the end of the day, it's all the same. I've been through the struggle, I've been through the rain, I've been through hell, yeah, I've been through the flames. I found you in this world, and you helped me through the pain. Now my life will never be the same.
Once you master that, or just memorize the shit.
Yeah, can you cut that off?
Yo, I want to say, man, it really wasn't that bad.
No,
The only thing I can say,
like poetry.
yeah, the only thing is you just don't know how to ride a beat.
Yeah, he got
And
a little birdie.
you didn't sound very confident in it.
I wasn't. It was like it was my very first recording. It was something I literally finished putting together that day, and like this was on her birthday at this point. Like this was on her birthday. Like that, I recorded that right before I sent it to her. There was like no master. There was like no redoing it. It was like I always meant to go back and like change some lines, fix it, master it, like make it perfect. Cause there's obviously points that could have been better.
Right.
And it was just like
bars in there. You just, like you said, you didn't master the delivery.
yeah. So yeah, that was.
But I know I definitely heard you run off with the lines. Like you tried to squeeze them 16 words in there.
Yeah.
It should have been 8. Yeah. He said, "Love you, that and hit your guts." Oh.
That was my.
It wasn't bad though. I mean,
No, it wasn't bad, especially for the
it's
first
not.
song.
And that shit was awful. I've heard worse. Buns, Baker Boys.
Hey. I didn't sit down and write that shit, okay? It just kind of happened. I do give him credit, though, because, like...
Shit out there. I got a jag, you know.
I mean, because, I've written plenty of actual songs, but I've never would have had the balls to actually put them, like, on a recording. So, I mean, I give him credit for that.
Even if it's just for you to listen to.
I've always had a fondness for writing. So I do write stuff all the time. I just don't...
You never had the itch to like, yo, I want to hear what I sound like on in the actual recording. Even if you don't, even nobody, just you hear it.
I know.
Sometimes.
Sound like
that's how it started for me.
I mean, sometimes, because I'm kind of like...
No, I'm lying. That's not how it started for me.
For through and through, most of the time, I'm just kind of used to...
Because I hated hearing myself.
Like, legitimately, I can't stand listening to myself.
I still, to this day... When I record a song, I have them mute my vocal track, right? Because if you go into the studio, when the dude's rapping in the booth, you'll hear it through the speakers in the other room, right? Or through the guy's headphones. When I record, I mute my vocals, so all I hear in the headphone is the beat. Even though I'm rapping into the mic, I don't hear me. You see what I'm saying?
I hate my voice too.
I hate listening to myself when I leave messages on people's answer machines. I play it back. And I fucking can't stand it, and I'll re-record it, try to sound cooler and shit. Like, yo, this your boy Rock, hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
Come back. Oh, yo, it's your boy Rock.
Like, it's weird. And my engineer
come at you
like,
essential chocolate.
My engineer, he always go, how the fuck do you record without hearing yourself? I'm like, I hear me, right, as I'm doing it. But I don't like to hear me coming back.
Then you'll be too nitpicky about it.
You know, no, it's not, you know what? Not even. It throws me off.
Yeah?
Because it's like, let's just say we both... This is like you singing your song in your car. Happens to me all the time. Your favorite song comes on in the car. You start singing loud. You're into it, right? Somebody in the back seat starts singing along. Fucks it up. Fucks up your groove. That's how I am in the headphones. Like if I hear me outside of my natural voice in the studio, when I hear me coming back, it throws my time and all because it's like, yo, who the fuck else is rapping in my ear? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't stand it. So I record muted vocals, just the beat, and I just go.
Fair enough.
All right, so...
she left on the vape too, by the way.
I really don't want to admit this, but I would probably say up to about my son was born, I actually used to write. A little bit, not a lot.
Okay.
Like I remember when I worked at the casino, and that helped me get through them long hours, I would think of a punchline. So I'd write it down on my notepad. So I'd either go on when I was on break or I'd go home at night. In the morning, I'd sit there and I'd stare at that, and I'm like, how can I construct something around that one punchline? Then I'd write it, throw it away, or throw it to the side, and I'd come back to it.
Remember any of it?
No, I don't.
Yo, you remember nothing?
No.
Can't spit nothing?
There's one line that I remember, and I think it's corny.
Yo, say it.
Nah.
Say it.
Nope.
Bruh, I just put myself on blast. Say it.
Nah, I'm not.
And me.
Pussy. Yeah, I put him on blast too.
I really don't want to.
Nah, but you can tell. You can already tell like how more confident I was in like later shit I wrote on a different beat, just from like the way I say it.
I haven't been confident to the point where I would actually sit down and show someone or let them hear me. Mm-hmm. It's always just been something for me. It was something that was therapeutic for me.
You never put it down in a legit studio? And
No, never want to either. The only line, the only line I remember is, I testify, killing white pussy, that's genocide. That's the only thing I remember.
Yo, this
okay?
was really angry.
That's the only thing I remember. That's the only thing I remember.
Oh, shit. Nah, that wasn't bad, though.
Yeah, I used to think it. I will say I did steal a punchline from the dude on my basketball team one time. I give him a shout out, Rich Cocadrilli. He used to freestyle on the back of the bus, and he said I forgot what he was freestyling about, but I remember at the end of it, this motherfucker said, I give my hoes and fire hydrants. I was like, yo, that shit hot. I stole that shit. I remembered it like, oh my God, 6-7 years later after he said it, and I put it down in the song, and I was like, yo, that shit was fire to me, bro. So, Rich, I know you probably will never see this, but if you do, bro, I stole that from you.
look, this nigga's going through the Rolodex. He pulling out all type of shit.
Yeah.
Now, this is later on, I guess?
Oh no, I didn't record this, but I'm gonna do just a little bit.
Oh, we getting live.
We're getting live.
Live vocals.
Yeah.
All
just
right.
so like
I gotta hear
you
this
guys
shit.
can see like the difference between like before and now. So this is my mom's man sent me this beat. I think I told you about it.
I think I heard you rap some of this at the drum when you first started.
I love this beat.
Yeah, I do remember this. I remember.
Right?
I don't remember what you said, but I remember you rapping some shit.
I'm sick. I'll probably fuck it up, guys. It's not gonna be a lot.
The intro is really nice. Building up for something serious.
I'm a conqueror, a king of kings in either worlds. If you know what I mean, I'll strive for the top, then I kick the ladder down. Cause once I'm done climbing, I'm leaving you clowns. Destined for greatness and crown to rule. I may be a joker, but I ain't no fool. I make hella points with no knives in the rack, so the friends I keep close can't stab me in the back. Alright, I can't. I'm still working on that though.
Nah, you definitely more comfortable.
Yeah. No, I love that beat. I gotta get
Shit
back to
sound
it.
like a movie soundtrack, bro. You gotta punch that shit just right, yo, because that's a big record. Like when I mean big, the presence of the music, it already starts for you to expect
Something so grandiose,
shit
it's just
about
kind
a
of
movie.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you gotta come in with that score, like motherfucking.
100%.
So how long did it take for you to get comfortable with going to the studio and stuff?
I'll tell you right now, I'm scared to go to the studio.
Really?
Yeah.
If I had to,
Especially after I heard what the fuck I just heard.
going to the studio is not the scary part. But getting comfortable with hearing myself on the song playing back to me, it probably took about a year. Cause I'd be like, nah, I don't like the way I sound. Let me do it over. They'll be like, nah, that shit sound. It's more arguing with your boys.
Yeah.
No, that shit sound good. It's just you. You're in your own head. I was always in my own head. But once I just got, all right, well, fuck it. And then if I wish I had some early shit, but that should be way back then. That was before CDs. That was tapes.
I was lucky. I
You
found
know what I'm
out.
saying? But you could definitely tell when I got used to hearing myself, that's when the flow started coming out. And I was able to change it up. Because in the beginning, I remember I wasn't comfortable, so every every song sounded, I had that same pattern, right? Because I didn't know how to switch my voice or drop or come high here and drop it down low and, put that what we call in the studio, put that stank on it, like lay back on that shit or come harder. So everything was like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when I got comfortable with hearing my own voice, I just let loose and like fuck it. But it took about a year because I was like, yo, I don't sound like this shit don't sound nerdy or like, and rappers when we were growing up, they all had them deep, dark voices.
Yeah.
So I automatically, I don't sound like no rapper, yo, because I don't fucking sound like a Rakim or
But not for
fucking
nothing,
Big Daddy Kane.
You talking right now doesn't sound like you rapping to me.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
I play a song, people are like, who that? I'm like, that's me. They be like, what? I'm like, cause it's like a superhero, right? I'm chill. I'm not projecting anything. I'm not having conversation. When I get in the studio, it's like, all right, time to work. And that's when I just go into that mode and I be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different, like my wife tells me like you're two different people. Like we know it's you, cause they can hear certain shit and they be like, yo, they've been around me long enough to know, oh, that's rock.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of shit from different people until they actually hear me rapping. Like, I'll tell you one time I was somewhere and somebody was like, that ain't you. So I had to actually rap with the shit. And he was like, oh shit, that is you. So your talking voice and rapping voice is two different things.
Now, when I first did that recording back in 2004, and I heard my voice, I was like, yo, my voice sounds terrible. Like, to me, my voice just sounds big
But that's what rap voices were back in the day. Like if I had your voice starting out now, I would have probably been like, all right, yeah, my shit sound, because it sounded hard. You know what I mean? You had them hard school, those old school like, you know, they just had big deep voices. Like even Busta Rhymes or fucking DMX if you want to go later on, or the earlier days when Rakim, he was smooth, but his voice was strong. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I always had a lighter voice. And then Jay-Z came along and changed the whole shit for me. I was like, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I can do this.
See, my thing was like my voice to me, it sounds booming and boisterous. I've had people tell me that when I talk, they can feel the vibration from my voice in their chest. Yeah. But when I listen to it on recording, I feel like I sound like Lois Griffin. It sounds whiny. It sounds fucking... for real. It sounds... To me, it sounds horrible.
If you got comfortable with your voice, I can hear you. You know that guy that does those movie commercials? Like, based upon a time. Or a long time ago, deep in the... That's what I hear.
A narrator?
No, they call it a voiceover.
Yeah. Now, see, I used to... Back in high school, I used to do the thing called... Chocolate Thunder Love. You know, your voice get real deep. Yeah. Shit that you talk to the chick.
I think you got good radio voice.
Boom, you know what I mean? I tried to get into the radio.
Radio voice or that
back in 2013, I tried to get in on an intern, and it just never worked out.
I wish I had that shit, yo. I used to, when I remember smoking Newports, I would smoke like 4 before I started the song to get that scratchy sound.
Yeah.
But it wound up backfiring because it fried my fucking vocals, bro. Yeah. I'd be in there dying.
My voice, whenever I'm sick, it gets even deeper. Like, so deep to the point where it's fucking up my throat even worse. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'd enjoy my sick voice if I didn't feel like shit when I was sick.
I think my shit's a little deeper because I'm not sick, but I got like the nasal drip. I think my shit, but yeah, I always thought my shit was too light back then. But then, you know, you hear like Eminem, he's like Jay-Z. Even LL, you know, I hear this like, oh,
Eazy-E was really...
Definitely Eazy-E.
You know whose voice really threw me off the first time I heard him rap? That kid Hopsin.
Hopsin?
His voice threw me off so much. Because I'm expecting, like he said, back in the day, all the rappers had that big booming voice. He was like, your song sucks so much I get blowjobs from it. I was like, huh? Yeah. That's his voice? You know, but he's a good rapper, though.
You know who else changed it for me before Jay-Z? Ghostface Killer.
Yeah.
High pitch, but powerful, but it's high pitch. I was like, damn, all right, so fuck it, let me just go. And I just got used to it over the time.
Now, speaking of those type of rappers, I was just actually reading something today. Lord Jamar commented and said that Eminem is a guest in the hip-hop community. And then they interviewed Eminem about it, of course, and he said, of course I am. So,
because he's white?
Yeah, because he's white. Now, when I think music, no matter what genre, even though like, hip-hop started with blacks.
And Hispanics. And
Hispanics. When I think music is the most diverse thing in the world that anyone can get into. It doesn't matter where you're from, what your voice is, what you sound like. There is something in music for you.
But hip-hop is the worst when it comes to criticizing their own. Because think about it, right? Hip-hop is the only musical form, right, that'll criticize you. Oh, you getting too old. Or you old school, you OG. It's the only one that, oh, you're white. You're Hispanic. You're this, you're that, right? Country don't do it. Country, the older you are, the better they love you. Rock and roll don't give a fuck how old you are as long as the music sound good. We're the only one that put all these stipulations on the artist. Right. No other genre does that. None. Pop, they don't give a fuck. It's a country music artist right now, probably going on 50. He probably be signed tomorrow because he just make good music. Like, fuck the age. That should not nothing. But we're the only ones that do this.
You know what I think it is about country? I think the older you get, the more natural that raspiness is.
No, this in any genre, pop, country, rock, light, heavy, they don't give a fuck how old you are, where you are, if you're white or black. If you're good, you're good.
And you know, and here's the thing, right? So a lot of people will say the older an artist gets, the more he starts to lose it because he's not talking about the same stuff.
Hip-hop especially.
Well, I'm 33 going on 34. I own my own home. I have a child. I'm married. I can't really do the same shit I used to do when I was a teenager or even my early 20s. Like sometimes, yeah, I do get to go out and hang out with my friends and we'll go bar hopping, but that's not something that I do all the fucking time. Right. I got to make time out for the family. I got to make time out for my son. Not only that, we recently got a damn dog, so I got to make time out for that little motherfucker. But, you know, at the same time, I'll use Jay-Z as a reference point.
Great.
Okay, so if you listen to Jay-Z, when I was coming up, it was the flashy shit. It was the drug dealing shit. But then we get the 444. That's more grown up shit. And that's kind of where I'm at in the phase of my life, where I don't know anything about investing and all this other shit. Yeah, so listening to that, it's like, okay, well, I can invest my money in this, or I should be doing that, this and that. So I feel like, you know, they say that hip hop is a young man's game, but young niggas ain't spending no money.
And they ain't talking about shit but the same shit.
Yeah, like...
I like listening to shit I can learn from, right? Y'all ain't teaching me shit but how to get high.
Don't get me wrong, I like the shit.
Yeah. I'm in the club, yeah, that shit's
I fucks with Migos heavy. Well, yeah, like if I'm out at the bar, I don't want to fucking hear J. Cole. Yeah. I don't really want to hear Kendrick Lamar when I'm at a bar. Yeah. But if I'm riding my whip or I'm just at home chilling, y'all listen to it. There's a lot of shit that you can pick up and learn, you know, especially for... So I used to love reading books. I ain't gonna lie, I used to love reading books. I don't do it now.
I just got into it.
I just fucking...
I've never been into it.
So to me, it just... That love that I have for books kind of faded away over the years. But if you listen, there's certain shit that you can pick up on. Which is going to lead me to this next rant. Post Malone. Anyone here a Post Malone fan?
Yeah, let's not get
I can't say I've heard any of his music.
You can't say I'm a fan.
Okay, well, I hate this motherfucker. I'm going to tell you why. Number one.
You a Post Malone fan? Yeah.
Number one, I think he's fucking corny. Number two, as all of us here, I'm pretty sure we all grew up on hip-hop. That is the culture that I've been a part of since day one. So when someone who's been accepted by the hip-hop community talks shit on hip-hop, I do have a huge problem with that, for the simple fact that country wouldn't accept them, rock wouldn't accept them, pop wouldn't accept him, so he came over, did hip-hop, we accepted him. We're the reason why he's at where he's at now. So this motherfucker decides to go and says, oh, well, if you want to feel, don't listen to hip-hop. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how much shit I felt listening to hip-hop. Fucking how much shit I've learned from listening to hip-hop. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of trash out there, but there's also a lot of substance in there too. Listening to motherfuckers like A Tribe Called Quest and shit like that got me to love my black skin and to be a proud black man. So that's all I got to say.
And I think at my age now, because it's been a few that got older and fell off, but I think I'm sharper than I ever been right now. You know, I was nice I started out corny, got good, got nice. Now I think I'm sharper than I ever been, and to be honest, you put me in the ring, in the booth with any of these mumble rappers, bar for bar, let's go. Let's go to work. Because I'm the true definition of hip-hop. Like, I'll go with you.
Now, bringing us back a little bit about the Eminem being a guest in the hip-hop house because he's white.
Not to cut you off, but I just want to let you know, those comments were made back in like 2013, 2014. I remember that interview he did with DJ Vlad.
No, that's fine. I'm not gonna.
I'm just saying.
I was just reading it today because I guess he finally answered about it.
That's been a talking point for about 6-7 years now.
Now I'm sure growing up, all of us here has had that one friend that can come in the house and they're not a guest. They're basically family at this point. Like they're at your house so much.
Right.
Would you call that person a guest?
No.
No, they're like family. You know what I mean? I would consider Eminem I guess if you want to call white rappers a guest in the hip hop community, but I would consider Eminem that one friend that's like family in that house.
He's a cousin.
Yeah.
He's a cousin of hip hop.
Yeah. Just for pure accomplishments alone. And I'm not saying that as an Eminem fan. I'm saying that as like looking at what he's done in the community itself. But that's all. I read it today, and that's all I wanted to say about it. Talking about music we grew into, DCT, since you're on camera, what type of music do you generally, like what artists
what's your influence?
Yeah, because he's in that age bracket. Pop Smoke.
Never heard of him. Heard he died, never heard of him.
Yeah, his kid that got killed.
That's really
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
He forgot to say Sean Rock, but we'll talk about that.
Damn.
We'll talk about that over dinner.
Damn.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting off
No
camera.
dessert.
There's going to be a lot of extra chores given out this week.
Yo, you want
I'm going to give you something to write about.
So, something funny I just remembered.
Yeah.
I'm about to go DMX on me next song.
I just remembered something funny I want to ask DCT about. Not too long ago, your school had like an old school thing going on where you had to dress all. What was it, 80s?
Charles Dickens. Like this is like the 40s, 30s, 40s. Charles Dickens. Whatever.
You want to tell the story?
Nah, you got the floor. Go ahead.
No.
I want to be
I can't tell it right. I can't tell it right.
All right. So,
Yo.
So my son's school has this thing they put on. It was a Charles Dickens celebration. Now I don't know if it's the 30s, somewhere between the 30s and I would say the 50s, whatever Charles Dickens fell in. Maybe earlier, I don't know. Okay. But everybody know when you. So I didn't know shit about Charles Dickens. So I bring out the phone, I Google dress attire Charles Dickens era. Oh, they got the dress pants tucked in the socks, the shirt, button-down shirt tucked in, suspenders, sleeves rolled up. Either a fedora hat or the Kango type
Nice, classic
hat, shit like that, right? And the chicks got the gowns on, and they had the wooden shoes before true hard bottoms, the wooden shoes, not the church shoes now. So I'm like, all right, cool. I said, Joe, you gonna do that? He said, now he did say, I don't know if I'm gonna dress up. I'll wear something. All right, cool. The night before, I call him in the room. Joe, you ready for this shit tomorrow? I know I'm coming. I'm leaving work. I'm going to shoot down there and shoot back. All right, cool. So I leave before he goes to school, right? I have no fucking idea what's about to happen. I get to the school. I find the auditorium. As I'm walking to the auditorium, I see, I didn't know it was his class at first because I don't know all his classmates. But then I was like, all right, well, let me stop and let all the kids, because it was a sea of kids, let them go in first. So I'm standing there against the door. And I'm just looking at all the kids like, yo, they really, the chicks got the gowns on, like fucking, like almost like line dancing type shit, you know, like those, not do-si-do, that's country, but that type of, right? So I'm like, damn, they really dressed the fucking part. This is, what the fuck? I see my son, right? And he's coming down the hallway, and I'm looking, I'm like, no. Because everything that he could have used, either I have or he had, we could have blended the closets together to make he would have killed it, right? Because I like dressing up. He would have killed it. Okay. It gets closer, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Why my son? Everybody knows this nigga's my son. Wow. So I'm looking, and I'm saying, I see foam posits. Now, I know damn well they ain't had no Nikes back then. Then I work my way up to the socks. He's got the funny socks on with the pizzas all over him.
Oh, damn.
He's got like these fucking like weird pinkish red sweatpants tucked in the socks, right?
Okay.
Then he tops it off with a Gucci shirt. Now I know goddamn well there ain't no fucking Gucci shirt in 1920. So I'm like, yo. And then what topped it off is none of the shit matched. Like the shirt might have matched the shoes, but everything in between was just way different. And I'm looking, so they all come in, we're all in the bleachers. I'm looking, yo, though, when I tell you the whole fucking school is dressed, except him. When I tell you every kid got dressed up the part, except him. And I'm just sitting there, I'm sitting in the front row now. And I'm just like, and the kids walk by, oh, that's Sean Rock, you JoJo's dad. Teachers, hey, you JoJo's dad. I'm like,
cheap ass motherfucker couldn't get his son an outfit.
Yo, I'm like, now I know me. When I was in school, I would be like, yo, your dad let you come out there? That's fucked up. Like the whole school, bro. I'm talking the kids, the fucking principal, the teachers, the fucking custodians. Everybody's dressed up. I go in the office to sign in, the secretaries are dressed up. They're not even in the party, but the whole school, bro. And I'm just like, I just want to leave right now. Right now. I just wanted to scream. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I said, we have a everything he needed, I have. I'm like, yo, you could have killed this shit. Like, what are you doing?
So,
he was like,
so what happened when you woke up? What happened?
Yeah, because the outfit he told me was no description of that. So
he had a concept. He just didn't do it.
Now I'm sure he had something close to it, which would have been cool enough.
Okay.
But somewhere between that night and that morning, it all changed on him going to school, and I didn't know because I was at work. So when I got there, I was like, no, what the fuck? The whole school, bro, and the one kid,
he stood out.
Just happened to be my son.
He stood out.
Damn.
So like, you woke up in the morning and was just like, nah, this shit ain't for me. He said, this ain't the DCT, bro. This ain't the wave.
I took a video, sent to my wife. I said, look at this nigga right here. She was like, oh my God.
I got the video too. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
That shit is funny as hell. Yo, he cheesing, dog. He cheesed. No match worth a damn, but he cheesing hard as hell.
You see everybody walking through showing off their outfits, and you just see him.
Hey, man.
A Gucci shirt from 1920, right?
I respect the phone pods. I got them same ones at the crib. I respect it.
And the color coordination, at least. Back in those days, they didn't have color TV. He would have been all right.
Yeah.
But goddamn, Gucci. I don't even think Gucci came out to like the 60s or maybe I don't even know. But goddamn, it might have been out in Europe before then.
He was a revolutionary. He was ahead of his time.
Shit, you just gonna remix this shit, huh? I don't even know if they had sweatpants back then, bro. You know what their sweatpants were? Those pants that's like just real baggy, but it look like it's made from a sheet, like Aladdin type pants. But you know what I'm saying?
Those
And
look comfy
They
as
look like a
hell.
potato sack.
yeah, and they had fucking the slacks and the vest and
Because
shit.
I think even like back then, like jeans were only like originally worn by like prisoners or something.
Yeah.
So they only wore like dress pants.
dress
stuff.
pants and then fucking sheet looking pants.
Oh,
Like, you know what I'm
The
saying?
burlap pants,
I got-
whatever the heck they were.
So I got a goofy ass question. What is the craziest shit you ever worn to school?
Me?
Everybody. We already got you. We got your ass. You know what? I'll go first. So, I don't know why my grandmother swore up and down I love the color yellow. I don't know why.
Oh God.
So my junior year in high school, she gets me this, and I'm pretty sure it was bootleg, a gold Gucci velour outfit. I mean, it looked like one of them shiny shoes out of a fucking Puffy video. I said, you know what? I'm gonna fucking wear this. Fuck that. So I threw the bitch on. I had the long white tee. I had the low top white Air Forces. I said, you know what? I'm going to school. I'm gonna rock this shit. And I actually killed it. But that was some goofy ass looking shit. I mean, I'm a yellow nigga wearing yellow.
I think the weirdest shit I ever wore, I think I told you this. This is probably 96, 97 maybe. And Tommy Hilfiger had these pants. Now this is when everybody was sagging, right? Well, I don't know where the fuck I found these pants, but I found them. They were made like regular jeans, right? Your belt goes here, but it had an extra like material that was stitched down here, like underneath your butt cheek, to look like you were sagging. And between the extra piece and the actual jeans, there was like a boxer's pattern. So it looked like you were sagging, but you wasn't.
Okay.
And the shitstorm that caused in school, like they called my mom, was like, yo, because I was disrupting everything. Like all day, teachers, principals, everybody, pull up your pants. And I'd be like, they are. And they would grab it was like a pocket. Like they would grab the flap of extra jeans, and then I'd pull my shirt up, they see my belt, and they'd be like, what the fuck is that? Like, yo, for like, I think I wore them shits in a month. I say I wore them 10 times in a month just because the reaction. Like people they really looked like you were sagging and your boxers were showing. That was the greatest shit ever, yo. That was the greatest shit. I wish I still had them jeans, because I tell you, if y'all pull them out right now, y'all be like, yeah. I'm going to look it up. While y'all tell your story, I know I'm going to find a picture of them.
Not to cut either one of you off, but I also got another crazy story. My senior year in high school, my wife buys me a digital belt. Back then, the nameplate belt and the digital belt was hot. So she buys me the digital belt, and I wore it to school. I was like, I don't know if I want to turn this on. Like, there was no good opportunity to turn it on. So I forgot why I was in the office. I think it was because I had tendonitis in my knee, so I wasn't playing basketball. So for gym class, I had to sit in the office and kind of run notes and shit. So I sit in the office. Lady goes, hey, listen, can you just take this note to such and such class? All right, no problem. Walk up in the class. It's dark. That's just a perfect opportunity. I had on a fucking black T-shirt with a black long sleeve T-shirt or long sleeve shirt under that. I had on camo pants and some black Air Forces. I said, you know what? I'm going for it. I turned the belt on, tucked the front of the shirt in, walked right in the class. Everybody knew who I was. I walked up in there, and I'm not looking at anyone in the class, but out of my peripherals, they're just staring like, what the fuck? Yeah, I had to own that moment, sir. I couldn't let that go. I had to own the moment. I've done some wild shit, man.
You got a crazy outfit?
I mean, for the most part, when I was we had like really strict uniform policies. We barely even had a dress down day when I was growing up in elementary school. But the craziest thing I wore to school, I used to do like a lot of the drama club stuff in my elementary school. So we had this play, and they were doing like the whole Christopher Columbus spiel, whatever. And lo and behold, I'm Christopher Columbus. I would have rather been the Native American, but whatever. So I lived only like about 3 or so blocks from the school, but my mom didn't feel like dressing me and like changing me into this goofy old outfit. So I literally walked from the house because the play was at like 10. So like I had to be ready by the time I get there. I walked from my house about like 6 to 8 blocks in like basically downtown Newark dressed as Christopher Columbus. Goofy as all hell with the white wig and everything. I was dressed as Christopher Columbus and I walked from my house to school. And everybody's just like honking and stuff and like saying stuff as I walked by. And I was just like, I hate my life right now. So that was probably the craziest thing technically I wore to school because I changed out like after I felt worse for my friend though because they didn't have an outfit for him. Like we were poorly funded school. Like he didn't have like a thing to dress him as a Native American. So they just took his clothes off. Like he was in his boxers with like paint on his face. I was just like, bro, what are you... And like a feather and like a headband. I'm like, bro, this is horrible.
That's awful.
I don't got anything.
Let's talk about the shit you're wearing now. I'm fucking with you. Actually, I like the hoodie. I like the hoodie.
Damn. Shots fired.
Yo, I feel attacked.
Let's talk about the shit you're wearing now.
I mean, the craziest thing wouldn't be crazy at all. I started going to college in my PJs.
Well, that's college. That's different.
Yeah.
You want to know who?
Go to sleep in class. And shit.
You want to know the one person that made me feel bad about the way I dress? This nigga right here.
What?
Makes me feel like shit for the way I dress. Because I'm in the black. I like my grays. I like my whites. I like my red.
No. To be fair,
What the fuck just happened?
Tony only goes for black, gray, and white. Is it white?
Yeah. And red.
And red. Those are his colors. I respect that.
Okay.
I like that. I like black, gray. I can rock red. And, I like blue too, but red is more visually, white and red right here. It's more visually appealing to the human eye.
Yes, this man made me feel so bad. Now I had to change up my color palette. I remember I went home and told my wife. She was like, I kind of agree with him. I was like, man, fuck you, man.
Bro,
like, what the fuck?
This nigga was about to get the fear of gods. This man right here.
I'm trying not to let that happen on my watch.
The fear of gods. If you don't know what the fear of gods look like, let me paint a picture for you. Take a deodorant stick.
Damn.
Then add the front part of a shoe to that deodorant stick. Those are the fear of gods.
Sir, thanks to this man, though, I did wind up copying these bad boys.
Brought some color to his life. Now his life is exciting.
I will say these are hot.
This nigga was looking like the Grim Reaper when I first met him.
You need a green shirt.
And I'm proud to say I'm probably the only person around here that has these.
See what I'm talking about?
You need like a peach or a green shirt though.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
They would look so much better if I had black sweatpants.
Yeah.
I do like wearing a wide variety of colors. I just don't buy enough clothes. So
I just need my sneakers to match my shirt.
Like I literally don't own a pair of jeans. Like I just. Nothing, because I've lost and gained a lot of weight over the years. So like all my clothes, I just end up throwing them away. I'm just like, I have like no ensemble right now. Like I just wear the same crap all the time.
Basically.
Yeah.
I don't have jeans either.
It's like I technically have jeans in the house, but from like when I weighed like 130 pounds, like that's not fitting.
I learned that shit from my mom, man. She always had us Easter, Thanksgiving. Everything was every holiday or get together was a day
To get dressed.
Yeah,
That's
can't
awesome.
Get it out. And that's not just like she made us like, nah, this what you wearing. Everything's coordinated. The whole
Right.
Easter windbreaker outfit, the jacket and the pants, everything was coordinated. And that
I
shit
think
just
that's really
stuck
cool
with me,
though.
man.
I wish I had more reasons to get dressed up nice.
So where are we on time?
We're like 40.
40? All right, so I want to start doing this thing where any guests we have and us are including each episode, we try to give, because it seems like music seems to be like our popular topic, like our most in-depth conversation.
Right.
So we'll probably be like a music-heavy podcast that like, just touches everything.
I think not.
It's all about the guest.
Yeah, it's not really all about music because
we do go to music a lot, but like even when we went to the movies and games, we had a deep conversation with games.
But we could do movies because Sean watches a lot of movies.
Sean does watch a lot of movies.
We could talk about games too because I'm pretty sure a young boy back here plays games.
Yo, you
like
say
that,
anything about Fortnite, I'm gonna have to actually leave.
Nah, this is little brother. Little brother's addicted, bro.
But something I want to do is like, I am like really big fan of music, all kinds of music. I want us and our guests each episode to give the people who watch one song to listen to that week.
Damn.
Does it have to be new?
No,
Thank God. Thank God.
no, just like a song you fuck with and you think someone will benefit from listening to.
I don't want to go first.
Well, y'all know I'm a Jay-Z fan, so, and I think I told Tony this shit before, but he probably never listened to it. If you like Jay-Z's catalog, you gotta listen to the American Gangsta album.
Nah, I still haven't listened to it.
You still gotta listen to it?
I will eventually get to it.
There's a song on there called I Know. And in this song, the way Jay-Z is describing himself, and I want to say relationship with a female, is he's the drug that she's addicted to.
Oh no, I have heard that.
Okay.
It's,
Yeah,
it's produced by Pharrell.
Yep, I
Shit's
definitely heard
incredible, yo.
I have heard it.
Just the way he broke it down, like the terminology of how being addicted and just like trying to resist him, but you get called back in, you relapse. Like just the way he broke the, I think it's 3 verses in that song, but you gotta listen to it. It's called I Know. Jay-Z's American Gangsta album, incredible. I play it every day.
It's a good song.
I play it every day.
What about you, DCT? Got a song?
No.
Plug your own shit, nigga. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's just like, oh yeah, I do have a song.
What's the name of your song?
Would you be my Valentine?
There you go. Out on SoundCloud right now.
You use the DCT? Is that what it's under? DCT?
DCT.
There you go. DCT. Would you be
Was
my
it
Valentine?
underscore Joe?
No, just Joe.
Just DCT Joe?
DCT Joe.
For all the young niggas out there trying to get some
Pudding.
pudding, a little bit of pudding, throw that on.
Right, so I was very
So put. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to catch myself, man. I catch myself talking wild in front of my son, so I always I gotta catch myself. And
Yo, he don't gotta admit it, but he might be trying to get some
Yo, not
ass.
for nothing. Being my son, he probably heard everything.
Oh yeah, I'm
he's
pretty.
probably
But
trying to
I
some
get it.
ass.
It's different because I can. That's it's mine.
Yeah.
It's with somebody else's. I get it.
I'll say it for
Yeah,
him.
so respectful,
I get
man.
it.
God damn.
Well, I'm pretty sure they heard it all
Trying to be
coming from my
respectful.
mouth. Especially when I get pissed off and they done did some shit wrong. All hell break. Like, you
Oh
done
my
heard
God,
every fucking word.
my son is all type of niggas, little motherfuckers. He's all that type of shit.
Yeah, right. You wanna plug a song real quick?
Baker Boys. That's that shit, man. Baker Boys.
Christ.
Yeah, that shit's different, right? They don't want the bread, but they want these buns. I don't know
damn.
which way you want to go with that line.
Oh,
I feel like you changed the song.
Hey, I'm just saying, however you want to
Ooh.
proceed.
I said they wanted bread, but they don't want the buns. I don't know. I don't know where I was. I feel like he's forever gonna reference me as Baker Boy now.
Yeah,
so
he's
it's
Baker Boy now. He's marked for life, bro.
yeah, Baker Boy. I might use that as a wrestling gimmick
Yo,
maybe down the line.
that shit, bro. I'm telling you. If
I
blow up,
might use that as a gimmick when I'm a wrestler.
if
That-
you don't
that-
trademark
that'll
it,
be
I'm
neat.
telling you now where it's going. In my pocket.
if I see a whole music video and I
You
just see
gonna
this shit
a whole
come up.
fucking thing on my shirt. Big boy with big money, look like bread or loaf or some shit.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably still gonna buy it.
Yeah, I told you I seen you 5%.
5%.
On the back end.
5%.
There you go, set for life.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just to give you like a non-rap hip hop song, "Holding On for Life" by Broken Bells.
What
Really
genre?
really cool video too. So watch the video for that song.
What genre is that?
I don't even know what to call it, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
But the video is like really interesting. The song has like a really interesting message, and like if you don't really pay attention to it, you'll lose the meaning for it. But it's a really cool song. Check that out.
Me? Oh, check out Black Sheep Strobe Light Honey. It is a song about meeting a chick at a club that looks good in the strobe light, and then when you get out in the light, she ugly as sin.
Beer goggles.
Gotta watch the video because the video is funny as shit.
I'm definitely gonna do that.
So yeah, Strobe Light Honey by Black Sheep.
I'm gonna go for this episode, When I Grow Up by NF. And
I feel like I've heard that song a million times. And I don't even listen to this motherfucker.
Why do you feel like you've heard it? I mean,
Because you play it all the time.
I don't play it all the time.
When we were cleaning the warehouse like 2 weeks ago, for 2 weeks straight, I think I heard that song
I had NF's new album
every
on
single
loop.
day. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Bro,
What
you
is
had
he
your
talking
AirPods on. Why did you
I could
just not
still
listen
hear
to me?
it. I could still hear it.
Oh, you can hear my music, but
You
you
can
couldn't
hear it
me?
every time he closes
What
his
a piece of
eyes.
shit.
I mean, I you know,
It's
I
haunting him now.
I have selective hearing. That's something you pick up when you have a wife and a kid.
Would you say it's not dope though?
Yeah, it's cool. But after
NF is different.
He's like after the 40th
but then when I
time.
start rapping it myself and I don't even listen to this motherfucker, I'm like, okay, it's a problem.
Just start listening to them.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fucking
what
hater.
it is. I have to look into that. I don't know none of this shit.
Damn, I kind of want to give out another song too.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I forgot what the group's name is. Listen to that song, Some Cut.
This fucking.
What it is, ho. Oh, what's up?
Oh,
That's the shit.
that's Trillville.
Yeah,
Trillville.
I may or may not have had sex to that song.
Trillville.
I will never admit it.
That was Lil Scrappy's homies, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, that's the song even starts hot too. It starts with the bed squeaking.
Yep. Fun fact, they actually, that with the bed squeaking, that's actually one of their homeboys fucking.
Oh, shit.
Fun fact.
Yeah, that is a dope song. That was shit back in the day.
Some Cut. I love that fucking song. I might listen to that shit on the way home.
So, anybody has anything they want to say?
Nah, man, you know what it is. Your boy Sean Rock, man. Check me out. I got more new shit coming. I got some videos I'm working on for all these new songs. Just hit me up, Instagram Mr. Sean Rock. Check me out. Got some shows coming up, so follow it. I'll be posting footage and shit. Yeah.
And please do me a favor. Remind this man on how he did not get the Aerodat BBs.
Oh yeah, I did. I was hot about it. I actually went to purchase that, and them niggas was like, size what? No, sold out. Fuck. Cause I wear a 10, and which is one of the hardest sizes to get, between 9.5 and 10.5, or 9 and 10.5. Damn. This nigga right, he went to buy his shit 2 seconds. You got a pair. I'm on hold. Come on, motherfucker. I just said, sorry, sold out.
You want to know a funny story about that? So he hits me up that morning. I just woke up. He goes, yo, man, you going to get him? I said, oh, fuck, I got to jump on. I jump on. Was 5 minutes behind because something was fucked up with the phone.
Right.
I finally get on. Purchased him everything. Waited 2 seconds. Boom, got him. Text me, yo, I got him. He goes, yo, I'm still waiting. I was like, damn, he ain't getting it.
Yo, I was so tight. I was so tight, but happy at the product at the same time. And I did a sneaker review on my Instagram stories for this nigga. The unboxing and everything.
So we know Tony ain't posting nothing.
Nah, that
Yeah,
nigga,
hell no.
he like scenic shit. He posted the ocean for 13 years.
Yeah, why not?
I said, nigga, if I look at skis one more time, I'm
Listen,
gonna go
man,
insane.
I have a photographer's eye. If I look out at something and I think it's beautiful, I'll post it.
You just don't do a lot of it.
Man, this
No.
nigga trying. Yo,
He's like-
for
he's
like
like
a
that.
week straight, someone was like, "Yo, come on, man, get these Airbnbs with me." Like, get the fuck out of here with these $400 shoes, bro.
Yeah,
And I ain't even get
so
them.
bad. Now I'm just over it now. They dropping more, and I'm just like, fuck it. It ain't meant for me. So I get my rack check, and then I go buy them for retail, after sale, whatever the fuck they call it.
Listen, man, this nigga shine more than me. I gotta flex on him somehow, man. Fuck.
I call you son because you shine like
Yeah,
one.
my man was stumped when he got the iPhone 11, so, homeboy had to go out and get D's, nah, man.
Yeah. Funny, I think I remember this exactly. You pull out the shoes, like, hold on, let me take a picture with my 3 cameras.
With my 3 lenses.
He tried to move the shoe. I was like, nah, you gotta move it. I got 3 options. Far, wide, zoom, whatever.
Oh, and then the nigga hit me with, oh, hello? Oh, I can't hear you unless you got an iPhone 11. I was like, yo, this motherfucker. He really stunting on him, man.
Anything else you want to plug?
Yeah, all this shit talking we doing for motivational purposes. That's all I do. Motivate my fellow friends.
Light a
my
fire
brothers.
under him.
Hey, you only here once, man. Live it up. Man. Get some color in his life. Sin right here. I try to help him with the shoe game. He just don't want to listen, but that's a whole nother story.
They're not. Yeah.
He's getting there. I'm just here for motivational purposes only. That's all.
He ain't getting there, but okay.
They ain't gonna get me to spend my money on shoes, bro. It ain't gonna happen.
We gonna get him.
When I start making money off this shit, we gonna get it. But anything else you wanna plug?
That's it. We out.
All right.
Oh my God. I
I
can't
thought we just
talk.
plugged
Do
them.
your drop, DCT.
Yeah,
where find you at? Give him Instagram and all that shit. Even give him the Snapchat that you blocked me from. I think I don't know you blocked me.
Damn! Oh, you into some foul shit, nigga.
Block your daddy?
Since he started it, right? And I never forget, he fucked up before his birthday. This is how it all started. I'm gonna keep it real. He fucked up. Was it school or home?
It was.
Oh no, it was outside. He was out with his friends trying to, how they. I'm over here, but they ain't there, or I'm catching, whatever. I'm not even going into that.
Right.
He fucked up real bad, and I caught it.
Okay.
This was like 2 days before his birthday. I was so pissed. His birthday came, I ain't say a motherfucking thing. I ain't say happy birthday, nothing. I wound up getting him some shoes he wanted like a week after, but I was like, nah, fuck it. Because my thing is, I said, you fucked up, right? He said, yeah. So naturally, I'm thinking, all right, at least say, you know what, Dad, my bad. No. He's so stubborn like me that he ain't even want to apologize for like 2 weeks. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't even say shit. Now, I already knew his gift was coming. We ain't tell him. Birthday come. He comes in the room, good morning. Hit him with, no, the night before his birthday, he came in the room and said good night. And normally he come and say good night. We give each other that. I was on the phone watching something. He was like, good night. I was like, pissed off, bro.
Damn.
So I know he was hot. So I'm posting my shit on Instagram. I'm noticing, like, damn, he didn't like my shit enough. All right. Go on Snapchat, and I don't forget how I found. I think I went to write him or shoot him a picture or something. And was it the music?
Yeah.
What did I try to do? Click on it or something?
No, you tried to post it on your story and tag me in it.
Yeah, that's right. I tried to grab his video that
Okay.
he posted on Snapchat and redo it on mine and tag him, but it was like user not found. User not found. So now I think I'm tripping. I'm checking the spelling. I'm writing the government name. Because you write the government name, the username will pop up.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck? I hit him. Nigga, you blocked me on Snapchat? Nah.
Me?
Yeah. And I'm at work. I think I was at work when I wrote you this. Or something. Or was I home and you was at your mom? Where was I?
We was both home.
Oh shit, even better. So I'm like, I hope you don't think I'm that fucking dumb. Like I know what it look like. You didn't. Okay, it's not gonna say user not found if this is you. Even if you change the name, if I type your government name, it'll come up. If we followed each other. This little motherfucker blocked me and unfollowed me on Snapchat. Okay, I just let it ride. I was like, you know what? Fuck it then. Until this day, we still unfollowed each other on Snapchat.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to follow my son. Because I may see
You got to though when they get into that shit. You gotta.
Yeah,
you
I may
gotta
have
see
to.
it.
I don't know if I'm going to like what I'm going to
They
see.
be talking crazy. I caught a couple
Wait, so
times.
are we gonna talk about how he fucked up? What?
Nah, I'm not.
No.
No,
You
that
can't
was
put all
enough.
that out there. Nah, I can't put all that out there.
That's really like my dad and son. He knows the story. I'm just
Damn,
leaving
bro,
it.
I feel that way about adding family sometimes on my social media stuff.
Like he knew he fucked up and he knew I was hot. So he only had the choice to respect it. He just was mad at me. Like, this is the part that fucked me up. How you mad at me for being mad at you, nigga? You fucked up. What's that movie? I think it's a movie. It's like, you fucked up. You fucked up. I forget what movie. Oh, I forget. But anyway, I'm like, and I think I asked him a couple of days. I said, how the fuck you mad at me? I ain't do it. But, you know. But yeah, you can give him the Snapchat or Instagram, whatever.
My Instagram is DCT_Joe. And go on SoundCloud, look up Would You Be My Valentine's and get me to 3,000 views.
Damn.
Yeah, he's at 2,860.
Bro, you severely overestimating how many views we get.
Yeah, he got his whole school rocking with him.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah, bro.
Are you dropping the Snapchat that, you know?
Nah, he don't want me to find that shit. That shit low key.
He's like that.
I figured out early in the game, I was like, all right. I'm noticing the difference between the posts. Mm-hmm. Instagram, he's posting shit that's dad approved. Snapchat, he's throwing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. A couple times I'm like, nigga, listen. If I see you put that middle finger up on Snapchat one more time, I'm gonna break that shit. But you know, kids are kids, man. He's getting older, man. You gotta be.
Word of it. Think you getting away with it? You really not.
Yeah.
The fact that the greatest, yo, you blocked me? Nah.
No.
Yes, you did, nigga. User not found, bitch. I know what that means.
Yo, I'm a grown ass man. There's a picture of me on Facebook from like 07. And I'm in a chair, like going like this with a cigar in my mouth. My dad grilled me about that when I was like 25, 26 years old. He was like, yo, I was on your Facebook, man. I saw this picture of you with a cigar in your mouth. I'm like, nigga, really? That's like 5 years old.
See, with me is that with social media, like, yeah, it's cool. It looks cool and everything. I always think that, okay, you're at the time, you're 12, 13, right? So, still in school. Like, if I see this, and the school sees this, it's a whole shitstorm waiting to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So I gotta tell them, like, yo, be careful what you post, because they might not follow you on Instagram and shit, but they can see it. They can find it.
Yeah.
And they see you throwing up the wrong hand signal or whatever the fuck these kids doing now, like, they put you in a category and you're fucked from high school all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't even tag where I work on my Facebook or anything, because back in the day, I used to put up some wild shit.
Mm-hmm.
I used
They'll use that shit against you, bro.
Man, I used to put up Side Chick Awareness Day, which was Valentine's Day, then Side Chick Valentine's Day. I used to put up all that crazy shit. And hell yeah.
Especially at a young age, him being in school, I was like, nah. Because, you know, the guidance counselor might see it. Next thing you know, you calling off. You have no idea. I'm at work, my phone going off. Is this your son's page? And that's the shit I don't want, because I try to provide, we do all right for ourselves. So we live where, you just got to be careful in the neighborhood that I live in, because they already looking at us different because where I live and
right.
what color we are, not without saying too much, but because I don't want to tell you weirdos where I live at. Y'all niggas is weirdos out there. Y'all be trying to DM my location and shit, weirdo shit.
I legit work with a dude that got fired for going on a rant on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And they fired his ass right on the spot.
I told Sean as soon as I pulled up here, I was like, yo, I never felt safer in my life.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing that, and I don't understand, to them, it's paradise, right? But we go to a school where it's white and black, and now they know your dad's a rapper. They like, oh. And then if they find you doing weird shit, they're going to be like, oh, he's one of them, and then you're going to be tagged. Yeah. And that shit goes, you going to high school next year, that shit follows. They put that shit in your file. Every fight you might have been in, every argument, every suspension is in your file. So when you go apply for these different schools and they, oh no, he trouble, he can't get in here. Yeah. And you're fucked. So that's why I tell them, man, we don't live where they don't give a fuck. They give a fuck over here because they want it to maintain a certain way. So I just like, yo, watch what you post, man, because we don't live, fortunate enough not to live in places that I've been. You know what I'm saying? So just gotta be careful, man.
Absolutely.
All right, well, BigSin 2020 for Instagram. You can follow us there. I put up, you'll get updates on when videos go up, and follow us on YouTube. BigSin should be a direct link to our channel. You could look for our logo. It's literally his name, my name, BigSin. under 2 headphones and a mic in the back. Coming out to you on Spotify, iTunes, all that, as soon as we work it out. And Simply Gaming, my gaming channel. Anybody who's into gaming and likes entertainment, I recommend the Resident Evil series. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, that's pretty good. Other than that, thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next episode.
Before we go out.
Why you kill my outro? Why you kill my outro, man?
Right at the neck.
With all the pose and everything.
So beautiful, too. Everybody's like, he's like, no.
Please don't follow me on Instagram.
I didn't even plug your shit, dog.
Please don't follow me on Facebook.
I did not plug your shit.
You're not getting my gamer tag. No, I don't want to game with you. Let me do my own fucking thing, please. I like my privacy.
Big tone, son.
Right.
Hey, yo, Rock Nation, you see I got the hair. Y'all got to sign me, man. Stop playing. All right,
Anyways,
I have
Sean
no social
Rock,
medias.
DCT_Joe. Did I say that right? Yeah. Alright, cool. Ray all day.
Baker Boy.
Baker Boy, a.k.a.
We're going to keep that.
Big Tone, son.
I tell you,
a.k.a. don't like no one.
I'm Sinji. Thank you guys for coming out. See you next time.